Welcome to the second coalition assembly. Yeah, first welcome, and then just the opening remarks. As for the opening remarks, and thank you everybody for being here today. I know all of you are busy and you have a lot of work on your hands, and showing up here means a lot. And thank you for taking part. And we have some really interesting presentations today from all over our participating regions. And I won't be babbling on for too long today because we have some really interesting presentations from some really interesting members from AACC. So from representing the Africa region, we have Mercy, Laurentine, and Darlington presenting. And representing the Asia region, we have Ha, Nathan, and Kavinda presenting for us today. Since Nathan mentioned that he might have to leave a bit early, why don't we start off with Nathan's presentation for today? If Nathan's
Sure. You guys don't mind. Apologies that I can't stay throughout the whole meeting as usual. I'm in between work. So I don't have a formal slide, so I can just give you orally what we have been doing in the Philippines. First of all, as you guys may or may not be aware, the Discover Cardano was funded in this first round of the Treasury funding. But prior to that, we had prior commitments which we already paid for prior to this. So one of which is Tech for Impact in Japan. So Discover Cardano will be working with Socius, the Japanese team. We're going to be meeting Sarah. Dave, my boss, will be the one that's going to be working with them, possibly also for Dubai and Japan, to really get to know people and to grow the overall marketing strategies of both regions. Now, in regards to Philippines, the one thing I am excited about, especially now that we have funding, is we have priorly committed to Philippine Blockchain Week for next year. As you know, this year, me and my co-delegate James Gutierrez were present there, but as mostly spectators and observers on the VIP table. Next year, what we're hoping to do, now that we have funding, but this will probably not be part of the Discover Cardano proposal, which is 6 events, as this has been paid for prior. We will be getting what we call the cockpit booth. It'll be one of the bigger booths in the Philippines, for Cardano. And I'm inviting everybody here in the community, if you guys want to come, if you want to pitch anything to investors and just generally businesses in the Philippines, you guys can come. I'll take care of you guys there. I mean, for food, for the events and everything, lodging and whatever, getting drunk and screwed over. That's all on you. Yeah. But yeah, so that's one thing which I'm very excited about for next year. In regards to this, I'd also like to reach out to everyone in the AACC. We need more spaces to make the Western regions more aware of the Global South, which includes Southeast Asia and Africa. So over the next few weeks, we're going to be organizing spaces and video calls. And if you guys are interested in being part of this, to present your projects or to present whatever it is you're doing and you'd like to reach out more to the global communities, please DM me or reach out to anybody to just get in touch with me. So yeah, that is all from my part. Thank you.
appreciate it, Nathan. If you could put a few details on the chat about how people can reach out to you, that I think will be very helpful for everybody. And looks like exciting things are going to be happening in your region. So unfortunately, I won't be able to come, but maybe we might be able to convince somebody else. Like, I'll show from my side. Kavinda maybe might be able to come that way. So let's see. Perfect. So with that, I don't see Mercy has joined the call yet. So
Mercy's there, I think. She is here.
What I wanted to, bring to our attention, very much like Nathan, is the fact that So last year, WADA and Catalyst Africa Town Hall, we made a big push to actually have some of the summits, instead of having the Cardano summits all in, maybe Europe or North America or places that sometimes it might be difficult to get visa to send people over. We did make a pitch and it looks like that was accepted. In addition to the main Cardano summit that will be happening in Berlin in November this year, there was also the one that was just completed in North America, which was, with Rare Evo. Rare has been going on for a few years. This year, there was a big Cardano governance component and dev days, right? So that really went well. Kavinda was there, I was also there. And that was, that was great. In November and I believe October, there will also be some in LATAM. In December, there will be one in Bangalore. And then in January, February, specifically in February, that is when we'll be having the Africa one. So very much like Nathan, we're also sending out a big invite to everyone. It's still early days. That's why I'm not sharing any slides at this point, but we will be bringing you updates in terms of, how people can get involved. One of the biggest things that we are doing is hackathons, hackathons with a soul. So that's something that we're doing. And the main reason for that is actually to see how we can bring in people that might not be able to make it to Kenya. I did not mention, yeah, the venue will be in Kenya. Nairobi. I know that some of us are getting a bit tired of Nairobi, but their visa and, traveling to Nairobi is just easy. So for now, we are sticking to Nairobi. As I said, a big part of how we work this will be hackathons that would happen maybe either before or after the main event in Nairobi. So please be on the watch out. As I said, I will be bringing in, more updates as time goes on. Darlington is here. Darlington is going to talk about something else, but he's also part of the planning committee, as somebody from Lido Nation. We also have people from Catalyst Africa Town Hall, as well as Remostat, to also be part of the planning. So please watch out. We still have a bit of time. It's going to be in February, but before then, we are likely to be doing some hackathons, but we'll bring you more details on that. Thanks, everyone. And sorry, I couldn't appear on video. For some reason, my Zoom screen has just, yeah, it's doing stuff. But next time I do a presentation, you see me in my full glory with slides and everything. But thanks for your patience. And over to you, Malik. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mercy. Zoom calls, I think by this time, after having all these committee calls and after the whole intersect committee calls, we are all now used to having Zoom malfunctions. So
Okay.
perfectly understandable. But sounds like really exciting things are happening. And yeah, and like you said, this visa, considering the visa issue and everything, I think this is a really great step in the right direction for the Cardano ecosystem to be hosting these events in regions such as in the African region. So I'm in love with the concept, and so can't wait to see more updates from you guys, Mercy. So thank you so much for sharing everything with us. So I think next, if Laurentine could go, I think we should have Laurentine.
Yes, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. I'm here. Don't know if I
Hi.
have the ability to share. I have something to present. So I'm going to, my name is Laurentine. For those who don't know me, I'm in Burkina Faso. I run a Cardano hub. I've been running it from 2022. And today I would like to give a little bit of, a little update of what we have been doing so far. I'm not going to go back to 2022, but I'm just going to remain within a year, what we have been doing within. So we are Incuba Hub. We are located in Burkina Faso. And I will later share what we do. This is our website here. And what I can say is that Africa is ripe for blockchain innovation. We have the problems and the technology exists also. So I think what is missing is the builders. And that is why I kept, this is what kept me so long in the Cardano community, because when I first joined, I realized that when I consider the problems that we have in Africa here, I don't know for other people, other locations, but Africa has a lot of problems that the blockchain can solve. And when we talk about a number of people who don't have banking, access to normal banking systems, we talk about identification problems. We have a lot of issues in Africa here, and we were discussing it recently during a forum with an association that invited Cuba. I will talk about it later, and what Cardano can do, and what the blockchain has been doing so far. So I'm going to share a little bit about the awareness we've been creating in Burkina Faso, and also through onboarding workshops, forums. So here, for instance, we have some pictures of different activities we run. Okay, so when we go, I would like to talk a bit about training developers, and this has been something that has been very, very it's like a burden on my heart, because like I stated earlier, when I joined the Cardano blockchain community, I was more interested in the technology. Yes, this has really been my I don't know how to put it, but when I discovered the technology, even if personally I'm not technical, I realized that I have a lot of young people around me who are so passionate about technology, and then I decided to introduce them to that. So in 2022, we trained 23, we trained developers in collaboration with the Goma Hub, with Mr. Gentil. I don't know if he's here. And from those 10, 2 became very much interested, and they went further to even learn more. This year, I got the opportunity to not to meet him for the first time, but to get in touch with Mr. Bernard in South Africa, and we have been able to successfully register 21 developers, because this is something I've been looking for. I was not finding. We have a lot of young people. I promised them so many things, but I wasn't finding my way until I discovered this program, the WIMS Cardano, and I was so much interested. So we onboarded 21 developers, and they are currently receiving training. And the reports I received from their trainer is very, very positive, and one of them is even going to be a facilitator from next month, I think. Yeah, so I'm very satisfied. And the goal for this is to create the first cohort of professional Bluetooth developers in Burkina Faso, because if you are telling people that this is what the technology can do for you, and we don't have the know-how, we don't have the people on the ground who can actually develop activities and solutions, we are just speaking, just empty talk. And I'm very happy to say this, because one of the first developers we train is going to graduate this year, and his topic is on blockchain. He has developed so many solutions. He's so passionate about this, and he keeps thanking me for introducing him to that. And it brings so much satisfaction for me because, yeah, even though I'm not technical, I don't even know anything about coding. Yeah, I'm able to influence people to be able to get something, and I mean, to do something and be passionate about it. So also, I would like to talk about the partnerships we have had so far. Still regarding the blockchain technology, we have these two universities. One is Université de l'Unité Africaine. It's in French because Burkina Faso is a French-speaking country, and we have had a lot of issues because of the language barrier that we were not able to solve. But with this program, WIMS Cardano, we have the opportunity to train the developers in French, and they are very much excited about it. So we have one partnership with Université de l'Unité Africaine, which is in Ouagadougou. We have Université Baba Coulibaly as well. We signed a partnership with them. AACC, it is an association, and 10,000 Codeurs is also an association we have a partnership with. And when we talk about 10,000 Codeurs, this year we co-organized a workshop. It's a forum actually that was hosted in 3 cities, major cities in Burkina Faso, namely Ouagadougou, Bobo Dioulasso, where we are, and then Banfora. And in Cuba, I personally presented in Burkina Faso, and I sent my assistant in Banfora to present. And the topic was Cardano blockchain for African solutions. And we spoke about some of the challenges we face in Africa, and yeah, the possible solutions that the blockchain can bring. And what we achieved with this forum was, and I would like to mention that we were assisted, because not only did we come with the presentation, but we also contributed with money, and we were assisted on this by Accra Resource Center. And I thank them so much for bringing the money we needed to support these people, so that we could be able to have access to this. Thank you very much to Madam Ifia in Ghana. Thank you so much to Accra Resource Center. So we onboarded through this forum. Developers came to see me later. Then they are part of the 21 that we recently onboarded to the WIMS Cardano. So these are the images from that forum. Now, I will share only the ones that participated in Bobo Dioulasso here. And concerning the Baba Coulibaly University, we had a partnership with them. This is when we were signing the partnership. They were very excited, and from there we hosted. These are developers, not blockchain developers, but just developers, still students. They are still learning. I don't know if you can see my screen, but yeah, they are still learning. And yeah, I think you are seeing it. So we had this workshop with them to introduce them to the Cardano blockchain. And the aim was to also prepare them in case we have any opportunity to give them more training. Yeah, they could come. And some of them also are part of the training that is ongoing at the moment. And apart from this, we also have, I host a space called, what's it called? Francophone, Cardano Francophone Corner. And this is a space, online space, where we meet with our French-speaking community, and then we discuss matters related to Cardano Intersect. And because we noticed that most meetings are in English, or maybe other people, I mean, major meetings are in English, and they don't even participate. Even if they do, they will not understand anything. So we created this space so we could help them get involved. Yeah, we host it every Saturday. But for the past 2 weeks, we haven't had any meeting, and I would like to appreciate Boaz here. We put this thing together, and it has been very, very good so far. Thank you so much to the Goma community. Yeah. Thank you very much, and I will end here.
London, that was very inspirational. That was really wonderful to see the amount of work you guys are doing there, and education is definitely the way. It's it's such an important thing, and to see, like, I'm sure everybody knows Laurentine is our vice chair for AACC. So to have someone like you be our vice chair, it's like it's truly an honor. Like it's really wonderful that the amount of work you guys are doing. It's seriously amazing. Well done. Thank you very much for sharing everything with us. So with that, let's another very interesting what do you call presentation we are going to have today, because we did get a small glimpse of her presentation on our AACC chats. So this one's going to be very interesting as well. So please take it away.
Okay, thank you, Malis. Can I share my screen?
Yes, of course. I think you're a co-host, right? Yes.
So sorry. Hello everyone. Thank you for taking the time to join the town hall second today. My name is Ha. I am a Cardano ambassador from Vietnam. In this presentation, I would like to introduce the Cardano Vietnam community and explore opportunities for collaboration. Sorry everyone, my English is not good, but I try my best to introduce. Yes, about Cardano Vietnam. Cardano Vietnam was founded as a hub for blockchain enthusiasts, builders, investors, and educators. Our mission is to build a sustainable community, support builders and IDA holders, connect Vietnam with the global Cardano network. And currently, Cardano Vietnam has over 50,000 members in our Facebook group and more than 10,000 members on Telegram group and other platforms. And the community continues to grow rapidly. For Cardano Vietnam activities, we regularly organize monthly Cardano meetups and bigger events such as Cardano Summit, Cardano Constitution Workshop, CIP Workshop. These activities strengthen connection and knowledge sharing within the community. And Cardano Vietnam also pioneer the rep training. So far, we have trained over 50 directs, contributing directly to Cardano decentralized governance. And for achievements in 2024, Cardano Vietnam was honored with 2 awards at the Cardano Summit. I was also happy to receive the Best Ambassador Award for Community Service. And regarding blockchain adoption in Vietnam, now Vietnam ranks second globally in crypto ownership, with 20% of the population holding crypto. Vietnam is also in the top 5 countries for crypto adoption. And the Vietnamese government is actively promoting blockchain policy, and strategy have been issued to encourage blockchain application. Digital Assets Investment Law is under review and expected to be implemented soon. Additionally, there are plans to establish financial centers in Ho Chi Minh City and Da Nang City, creating hubs for digital innovation and blockchain adoption. In line with this momentum, Cardano Vietnam organized events connecting builders, investors, and partners. Recently, we hosted 3 Cardano Nights events across Vietnam largest city. Just over 1,500 registration. And we are also connecting blockchain industry leaders and empowering builders to develop on Cardano. And the Cardano Builder Vietnam community now has more than 100 active members. Beyond Vietnam, we are collaborating with Cardano communities in Asia and Africa to support community members at a global scale. If you are interested in collaborating with builders and engaging with IDA holders in Vietnam, rejoin our community by scanning the QR code on the screen and follow Cardano Vietnam on Twitter. I also look forward to connecting with you, Cardano enthusiasts in Rome, Asia and Africa. Thank you very much for listening.
Amazing events, amazing work you guys are doing there, and thank you for all the hard work that you guys are doing for our ecosystem. And like, you know, speaking as a Sri Lankan, like, I'm a little bit jealous of all the things that are happening in Vietnam. So many great things are happening from what it looks like. Like, government support is like, it's no joke. It's yeah, I'm a bit jealous. I can say that. So it's really wonderful to see all these things happening, and adoption definitely, like, at government levels, it's a massive deal. So congratulations to all the Vietnamese people and for all of you guys. And again, thank you for all the hard work you guys are doing. And so with that, let's go over to Darlington. So Darlington, the floor is yours. Yeah.
This Darlington.
That exact Darlington. Yes.
Hi everyone. Thanks Malik and all the folks that makes this town hall happens. I will share what we've been up to with our friends from WADA here in Nairobi. Yeah, the last how many months now, maybe 6, we've been trying to have a physical space in Nairobi, kind of a community center where the doors can be open 5 to 6 days a week. Coffee is always brewing, maybe lunch every now and then. Great Wi-Fi, internet, electricity with backup generator. Can hold 40 people when you sort of have a chair for your bag also. But if I want to do some hackathons and stuff, we can hold 60 people with tables. And then for presentations or like workshops or fireside chat, those kinds of things, we can hold 100 people. Yeah, before the space opened, we even had like 20 people from the community come, and this artist helped them. Everybody contributed to painting a mural. That was a fun event. And at first, when we launched the space, and I think this is still the legal name, which we have to change. It was called Cardano Center, but then we thought, we don't want to alienate everybody. We want the whole community to come. So we've changed it to a blockchain center. But if you ever work with us and you see Cardano Center on the legal documents, that's because, someone stopped me from making a very grave mistake. And we're still getting over it. Yeah, so which one am I looking at here? So this is the space. The www.blockchaincentertrenbo.com is the live website. But we have some standing desk spaces. We have a kitchen space and some standing area here. We have a pretty cool living room space because, you need that PlayStation break. And there's also some local community art in this space that's available for sale in case we get a rich person to walk in the door. So because we're no longer just Cardano, we have already been partnering with a bunch of local communities within the Nairobi area. I don't know if you recognize any of these brands, but there they are. Decentrix, Chapa, Minicent, Swift, Zendua School. Zendua is an AI. We do blockchain, but mostly AI training. We've had some workshops here. And then we've had some very fun, interesting events. I think Sui just launched let's just say female encouraged, because I've seen some guys at these events, even though it says ladies only. They've had a couple events here. We've had a couple game nights from Avalanche. I think they have another one coming up. It's next week, I think. These guys stay around. This time is not correct. They stay around and they code and play video games all night going into the morning. I'm too old to do that anymore. That's what I used to do when I was in college, but yeah, we even had Base on here recently. I think Base was doing a fun summer hackathon series. They were on here. Yeah, that's the blockchain center. It's been great. Actually, like even right now, I am at the center and there is a hackathon that's happening from, I don't know if you saw anything. That is a meta hackathon from the Singularity Net ecosystem. Dr. Ben Grodso was actually here just over there like yesterday. Got to spend some time with him and chat with him. Yeah, that's the blockchain center. You notice there hasn't been any Cardano event yet, is because, all the money I had and all the money Wada had, we spent on building a beautiful space. Now we're out of money. So, and events, at least you have to buy food, those kinds of things. So we're working to get two things. So just some ask if any members in the audience wants to help with the work we're doing here. We do have these fun, beautiful tiles that we're offering as partnership opportunities for projects in the ecosystem. And we're hoping this is a way to be self-sustaining, so we're not asking capitalists for money and those kinds of things once we're able to get to the sponsorship. You get your educational material here that we can then, give out to people and talk about your projects. You get 30 hours of use of the space. We have a full-time event planning personnel, because the other thing about this space, I'm sure you know the nightmare. Even though we're all jealous about your amazing events, I'm sure you know how hard it is to run a community and plan events and those kinds of things. So we wanted to have a full-time resource to help partner with the community manager, so you're not doing everything yourself. So that person will be here the day of your events. They will help you with your events planning. You can do all your printing, including the nice hard copy printings from here, so you're not running around day of the event trying to get print trying to get print work done. Yeah, so we're really trying to be like a hub of communities, and then we can sort of partner with you to help you grow your community. And then because we have a full-time event planning person, you don't even have to be in Kenya if you have a project within a blockchain ecosystem. We can host events on your behalf and those kinds of things. So you should point those people to us if they need people to, adoption. And then of course we have a catalyst proposal, because we're not self-sustaining yet. So you can just look up Cardano Hub NBO and give us your support. This will let us do like a 12 months monthly Cardano thing, 2 hackathons over the course of that 12 months, and then a weekly Cardano thing. All the details are in the proposal. That is the Blockchain Center in Nairobi. Thanks, Wada. Thanks, Lido. I guess that's me, for the investment. Hopefully this thing blossom and becomes self-sustaining. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Darlington. I'm currently in Nairobi. And yeah, it's definitely a great center. Well done, Darlington. But I think Darlington is hiding something because he showed only like the lower tier sponsorship. There is a higher tier, right? But yeah, I don't know why Darlington is keeping that away, but I think that's fine.
I
Probably
was
because
trying
of
to be
time.
brief. I could
Yes.
put PDF in the
Yes,
links.
yes. All right,
Yeah.
all right.
Wonderful. Thank you, Darlington. Like, I mean, you had me when you said coffee, and that's all I need to hear. So I'll show up. So, you guys are the best. Like, Kenya had some of the best coffees I have tried. Like, for a coffee nerd, it's heaven. So wonderful and lovely space. Wow, like it's actually a really lovely space. Like, I hope you guys have more pictures somewhere we can look at. Like, I would love to see the place a lot more. Like, it's really nice. So congratulations on your space. It's actually a wonderful achievement, and it's really great to see that you guys are not just working with one blockchain alone, and you are catering to all sorts of blockchains. And wonderful. Wonderful. So with that, I think we have almost everybody done, and so I'll finally invite Kavinda to come speak what has been done in the Sri Lanka region. So Kavinda, please, your turn.
Thanks, Malik. I mean, thank you, everyone. It was really great to see all of these things which are happening in Asia and Africa. Some of those things which has not gotten the exposure that it deserves. So I think this is one of the main reasons why we have the AACC, the Asia-Africa Cardano Coalition, to bring these up to light. So I didn't know that this center existed in Nairobi last time when I was there. I would have gone to see it, but I'd love to come and see it next time when I'm there for sure. Darlington and Mercy, you guys are doing a great job there as well. Let me just get my screen up since we don't have too much time. I will just go through certain things little briefly. So let me just get my screen up. So I represent Sri Lanka. So in this presentation, we'll just briefly go over some of the things that we have been doing this year, basically from January to August. So we have been having, I think, if I'm not mistaken, close to about 14 events so far this year. And I think because we do publish a lot of our stuff across socials, I'm sure a lot of you must have already seen. So for Sri Lanka, I think one of the key areas that we are focusing mainly is education and community building. So we have been working very closely with some of the leading universities, government universities in Sri Lanka, and we are currently expanding in that capacity as well. And also getting people involved in governance basically through workshops and other training sessions and things like that. And also we have been doing some work to engage with the government of Sri Lanka as well to see how we can further this, what we are currently doing and bringing Cardano to the region in a big way. So, and also the other thing that we have been focusing on this year has been hackathons. So let me just go through what's been happening in Sri Lanka on Cardano. So we have been having university education programs that has been going as 3 hours and 4 hour training sessions or workshops, hands-on workshops. So we have been having them across a couple of months in Sri Lanka. We've been visiting universities in person and having these sessions where we call this the mastering blockchain technology and building on Cardano. So it's not just about Cardano per se. We also educate the students about blockchain technologies and how they can use it the right way, because a lot of these things have been used in the past for scams and things like that in Sri Lanka. So because of that, we want to make sure that the students who are currently going to be building on blockchain, they choose Cardano as their preferred option and why they should be doing it. So we go into from the very basics of how the UTXO models work, and then getting into developing on things like Mesh.js and Aiken and things like that. So we have been doing that, and within this year we have trained close to 500 and above students across multiple universities during so far. And we have been doing this for quite some time now. So I think you probably know about the Intersect Coinsalon hub that we have been having. That's only about a year old, but we have been in the space since its inception. But Coinsalon has been there since 2021. So we have been doing a lot of ground work, and this university program was as a result of that. We decided to do that. And also all of the students that actually go through these programs get official certifications awarded to them as they have been participating across all of these workshop series. So that has been going on, and we are currently talking with a couple of leading schools as well to see whether we can actually introduce to the school children as well the very basics of building on Cardano and also understanding blockchain technology. So that's currently being going on at the same time. I think this was one of our flagship events, which we had completed just 2 months ago. Basically, this was the first inter-university blockchain hackathon to be held in Sri Lanka, and it was purely to be building on Cardano. So it was exclusively a Cardano-specific building event. So to speak a little bit about this, when we started this, we didn't know exactly how many developers we will have for the first hackathon, because this has never been done in Sri Lanka before. So when we started the registrations for this, we wanted to keep it open for a week. But within 3 days, we had 225 students across 18 universities in Sri Lanka signing up. So we had to close down the registrations in 3 days because we weren't ready to handle that many people coming in. But and the other thing is the kind of projects that came out of this, for us to narrow it down to the top 10. And we had a live pitch event at the University of Calania's auditorium. I think some of these pictures are here. So if I have time, I might play a video. I don't think I'll have time to play it, but if you can go and have a look at it, we have published it everywhere. So some of these projects that came out were really, really good. And we actually did offer some of these students internships as well to start working and building on Cardano, because this is the first time these students have ever worked with Cardano or in a blockchain ecosystem. But the kind of things that they were building were quite amazing. And it was really truly a testament for us, because some of these students who won were a part of these workshop series that we've held at the universities, and they've actually taken things out of those workshops and they've put it to practical use cases. So it was kind of a model where we understood the kind of impact these educational programs have. So we had this featured on national TV as well. And then we've also sponsored other events, which was this was Red Cipher at one of these leading universities. This was one of the biggest capture the flag tournaments. We incorporated Cardano's wallet integrations into this. There was one of these tasks that they had to complete was on the Cardano ecosystem. So this was one of those things that we had. We had over 200 attendees coming onto that, and that was one of these events that we had as well. Then we also have our monthly town halls. And so if you want to know what's been happening in Sri Lanka, try and drop in. I'll invite all of you to come in. We have our next one tomorrow at, I think, 14:30 UTC. So it's a workable time for Asia and Africa. So you guys can come and drop in. We usually have a large number of people coming in from the Sri Lankan community. So if you would like to present any of your projects and things like that, do reach out to any one of us from the Sri Lankan community, even myself, Malik, Sanjay, who's the community manager, who's I think also on the call. Reach out and let us know. We'd love to share what's been happening in the ecosystem to the local community as well. So we have it in all three languages, Sinhala, Tamil, and English, so that all of the community members feel included. So please do come. We've been having it for a very long time. And although the official Intersect hub model does not exist anymore, we still have that model still continuing here in Sri Lanka. So please do come in and see the kind of work that we've been doing. Also, we started the X-Space launch, I think very recently, to speak in local languages, try and get all of these community members on board to social media as well, because one of the things that we constantly hear is they don't see the Sri Lankan community out in the open because Sri Lankans don't like using X. So we are trying to change that as much as we can to try and bring them onto X, which is not an easy thing to do because it's not the most popular social media network for Sri Lanka at the moment. But this was basically started for that purpose, and we will be continuing that going forward. So you will get to see that and possibly see a little bit more different kind of faces around on X as well. And this is one of the things that we have been talking about. We are building a internship program to try and bring more students, basically get educated through the workshops and then do their own projects and then have that pipeline to come into internship programs. So they are currently offering that through Coinslawn, but also what we want to do is going forward, try and get these interns opportunities in projects which are across the world currently building on Cardano so that they will be able to contribute meaningfully. So that's currently going as well. Yeah, this is also one of the key elements that we had this year is that I had the opportunity to meet the president of Sri Lanka and speak about the kind of work that we've been doing on the ground level at the university, and also the kind of work that Cardano is doing across the world in Asia and Africa and the rest of the world. So this is a very good opportunity for the ecosystem in general to discuss some of the things that we want to do in the future. So the results of this you will start seeing as we go on in the next couple of months. So we are thinking of having a couple of global events in the region to be held in Sri Lanka as well. So this is one of those key things which happened in Sri Lanka this year. And we have an upcoming event coming up, I think, next month, which is the largest industry expo in Sri Lanka. Last year, we had a booth, which was focused on Cardano and Intersect. So this time we have two booths combined. So it's going to be a much larger one. So we will be displaying all of those things there. So if any one of you want your projects to be displayed there in any way, please do get in touch with us. We'd be more than happy to share them out to the local community. If you have any merchandise you guys want to give out, please reach out to us. Last time we had a huge attendance there. Usually we have about close to 200,000 people coming for this industry expo. This is the largest one that happens in Sri Lanka. So we will have Cardano's presence there. So that's happening this year. And yeah, so what we're planning on doing this year is to expand the university programs as well as grow the community. Currently, the Intersect Hub in Sri Lanka is the second largest one globally after Japan. I think we're close to 600 members, if I'm not mistaken. So that we want to try and grow as much as we can, and also have hackathons, not just in-person ones, but also have online hackathons. Perhaps we could think of ways that people within the AACC could collaborate and have online hackathons that represent different countries as well, so that everyone will be able to take part in it and work together. So these are the things that we are currently working on in 2025. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. So since we are running out of time, I will end my presentation there. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kavinda, for your presentation. I mean, all those years when I first heard about Cardano, before it was even listed on an exchange, when we were first looking into Cardano, something that really attracted us to this ecosystem, the promise of Cardano was that to create a system that will try and work for all of us, not just for a few of us. And right now, when I see all of you, Vietnam, Bukina Faso, all the places, everywhere, all of you guys, all the work you are doing, all the impacts you are making in your local communities, all of this hard work that you are all putting into this ecosystem, I'm pretty sure the people who started Cardano, they must be really proud also. And so as somebody who was there from the beginning, watching this ecosystem grow, as somebody who saw where Cardano came from and how it started, and to see that promise that was initially made now coming into action, like actually happening, it's a wonderful thing to see. And it is all of you who make it happen. Like every single one of you is what makes it happen. And it's your hard work, it's your blood, sweat, and tears that make the thing happen. So thank you so much for all the hard work that you do. And thank you so much for attending our town hall today. And thank you for all our presenters, for all the hard work that you guys do. Every single person, you're all appreciated. And I'm truly humble, and I'm really proud to work with all of you and to be in this ecosystem. So with that, if anybody else has anything else to say, now is the time. Otherwise, we can end the call today.
When is the
Perfect.
next AACC summit?
AACC summit. That's a good question. Maybe Darlington can bring us the coffee. First, that's how you bribe me, with coffee. So, yeah, I actually love that idea. Yeah, maybe we can actually start talking about it. So yeah, we can actually think of it.
I have a
Yes,
feeling if we do collaborate at this nature going forward, the AACC summit will possibly happen a lot sooner than we think.
I agree. I agree, definitely.
Well, there is I think the new budget cycle for next year is supposed to start in November, maybe. So somewhere there. But this year, so we can definitely think about it, maybe.
Definitely. Perfect then. So again, thank you everybody for joining us today and for spending your valuable time with us. And wish you all the best. Take care, everybody. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.